Just a disclaimer, this video is very long and tedious. Well, at least I think so. Feel free to watch through it, skip through the book a bit. I hope it gives you an idea of what's in the book and what to look forward to when it comes out in English. If there's anything you want to know, just write a comment and I'll get back to you when I can. Otherwise, have fun and enjoy. Just hoping that's in focus. Alright, we got the book. Got a bit of lighting here. It's hoping everything's in the frame. As I said, this is a rush job. I just kind of want to get this out to you before I fly off to New Zealand. Got my gin tonic. Okay. So back to where we left off. Just beautiful cream opening. Alright. 本書では書き下ろしのイラストに加え2017年11月時点で盛大罪のすべての Okay, so this has every illustration up until November 2017. So basically what they had on hand when this book came out. あとは制作者によるラフスケッチ解読の質に加えるので書かれているイラストを見ながらもう一度 So it's like, let's go like dig in deeper into the Breath of the Wild. It includes rough sketches and explanations about the art as we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, first page. Beautiful. I mean, it's art I've seen before, but it's just a nice way to get straight into this. Okay. Alright, so all again, art we're very familiar with. It's used in a lot of promotionals, loading screens, things like that. Okay, but this is nice. So we have a designer's note and the name of the illustrator up here, and kind of the rough build-up of how the work is going. I really kind of want to read this, but it'll take me all day if I go through all of it. So let's just keep flipping. Okay, again, very beautiful, very famous picture there. Okay, so same artist. Right, apparently this one was designed with the intent of being used in E3. So that's interesting to know. We've got the guidance on the side. Oh, Link is badass. Okay, and again, it's just nice to see the build-up. You've got like the rough painting here, gets more details here, and the kind of finalized picture. So this was at the 2017 Nintendo Switch presentation. Cool. The rough guide. Oh, that is cool. Hey, has that come up? I haven't seen this before. So this is basically the original Link passing his sword over to the most recent edition from Breath of the Wild. Zashino. Okay. Huh. Apparently this was for magazines and in convenience stores. Basically. I missed that completely. I've never seen this before. This is actually amazing. Okay, badass in the snow, swimming. I'm definitely going to have to spend more time looking through these in more detail later. Game Informer. Okay, so I have been kind of glossing, but down the bottom right it says what it was used for originally. Just keep going. Whoa, that's cool. And again we have the build-up on the bottom of how they kind of designed it. So this is the background, which... apparently it's got Link floating over here, but he looks like he ended up getting covered up by this rendition of Ganon. Also, this is the air one. I played it in Japanese, I can't remember the names. Blight, whatever. Okay, so this is the North American advertising. Again, why I haven't seen it. Again, rough sketches for this. Okay. This is the prepaid card. Yeah, of course. I see this in the convenience store all the time. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, so that was a download. I actually haven't done the first DLC yet. My now ex-girlfriend didn't want new stuff until she'd finished the game, so I'll have a lot of stuff to do on the flight on the way out. Okay, champions. This is great. So this is the second DLC. I like the just 2 dot eyes, real simple here. It's cute. Oh, this is Twitter. Okay. Gotta cut that grass. My head's not getting in this, is it? Master Sword. Always great. Okay, so we've got through the basic illustrations. Now on the character art. So Link, obviously, with slightly different color schemes, or maybe it's just the build-up again. So this is the rough. Ganon, that badass. I say that word way too much. Like, ephemeral spirit around Hyrule Castle. Horsies, I want to say Epona, but maybe not, because there's lots of horsies. Okay, so rough sketches of Zelda. I think this book would be great if you wanted to do like fan art and stuff. It's got a nice breakdown. While they're not character sheets per se, you get some nice build-up for how they're drawing the characters. Okay, Darukeru, Mifa, Gotta love that Mifa romance. Ibata, he was an ass. Did they make him more likable in the DLC? I never really liked him. Which is good, I guess. You know, you don't want everyone to be the same. Uruboza. Guardians. It took me so long to realize you could reflect crap back at them. I spent ages just like pitching bombs. Which was, you know, half of the fun of playing it from the first day when no one knew anything. Ah, that bike. I'm looking forward to that. Although I do like my horse, I'll be honest. Okay. Alright, so that's actually it for the artwork. That was a lot less in the character art than I thought was going to be. And then I went, whoa, that's a lot more content. So we're going through the making. Link, Zelda, Ganon, I can't read that kanji, something to do with here. Hylians, the Sheikah, the Zora, the Goron, the Rito. You know, we'll see it as we go. So accessories, weapons, the various different landscapes. Okay, so 本書では Breath of the Wild の構成作のためにjust basically the making of each area, I think. That's a different looking Link. So it's just the background, how he was been sleeping for 100 years in the starting area. I do like this kind of arrangement of sketches though, in a nice blue color. Whoa, that's a very naked Link with no man parts. Is that correct? Does he not have man parts? I'm not going to think about that one too much. Okay, so we've got the design. Again, I could spend ages just looking at it. Obviously not naked Link. Let's keep going. That's a very different Link. Who drew that? So the senior lead artist character item. Where that guitar would have been nice. I'm glad that's not who we used. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Wolf Link. Oh, because the amiibo brings it in. Alright, so there's a section on that too. Huh. Oh, that's cool. I actually don't have that amiibo, so I don't really know what happens when you use it. And get some more background on Link. And talks about the final battle and how he was tired and had to, you know, regenerate. Okay, Princess Zelda. And again, well, there's a lot of different designs for her over here. Again, character background. It's just kind of the information they give you in the game. Clothing layout. The hair, so that, okay. So that's how she does her hair. Good to know. That's cool. So that's clothing for her training. More designer notes, cinematic design, the lead artist. Facial expressions, different ideas they had. And again, the background, just about, you know, her lack of confidence in dealing with her powers. So nothing really that new there. Ooh, Ganon. I kind of say I missed having, like, Ganondorf instead of just Ganon. I mean, it was, you know, cool, but I like the human element of that. Which was kind of a shame that it wasn't there. Yakusai Ganon. The weird egg thingy that was gross. The incomplete Ganon. So that was an idea. Cuckoo. And then Oinky Oink Pig Beast. Which was actually really cool, I thought. A bit easy, but it was cool. Okay, so the different types of Ganons that you fight in the temples. This is Cast. Okay, and that's it. And then we've got random people. Huzzah. Oh! Not random at all. That probably means champions. I should really study more. Okay. Okay. Also, they had designs for different weapons. But here's Mifa. Designer's note. Kind of some other ideas for her that didn't get used. Darukeru. Again, I really like the designs they finally went with, but this one's actually pretty cool too. I do like that. Okay. Cool. Gibaru. I don't know, I might like that one better. And more nudie photos. Wonderful. Uruboza. Cool, cool. No, I like that they fleshed out her hair a bit here. It makes her more of a unique character compared to the other Gerudo. Again, the character background, weapons, cool. Okay. I love how this doesn't list him as the king; it just lists him as old man. Oh, okay, so they've got him as the king separately in a separate page here. Terry, Kilton, that creep. I love those guys. Okay. Oh, that was the dying dude, was it? I don't think I ever actually did that. It was like, oh cool, I can change my clothes, and then I didn't. Good to have a nice photo of our cross-dressing market guy. Joso Shonin. Yep, so it's I don't know, it doesn't even specify that it's... Does it specify it's a dude? The name is Vivian, but we do not know if it is the real name. I'm not going to even... Probably him, but I'm going to refrain from saying anything definite. Okay, so a lot of just generic people here. People you didn't really stop to look at, but it's nice to have a look at them here. Okay, background for the people. Something to look at again later. Okay, so the Sheikah. Ah, ninjas are always cool. And again, without the mask is nice. Oh, does that painting guy Sheikah? You find him in the village, I just assumed he was random. Now you think about it, he doesn't look like the rest of them. Impa. Paya. That's funny. But yeah, man, it reminds me of... I really don't look enough at the characters' names. So the different monks, various different poses. As you probably noticed, they're always different when you go and look at them. Maybe not always, but at the end of the temple there's lots of different poses. Interesting that they put the Iga in here with the Sheikah, but I guess they are kind of like the reverse with the upside down symbol. So this is about their mission to protect Link. Sorry, I was just lost in that moment. Okay, the Zora. Oh, I love the prince. He was cool. Just the different Zora. I must admit, I paid even less attention to the different Zora. Except for that dude. He was badass. Okay. Dorefan. Where was that dude? Was that the... That's not the king. Was that the king? Was he that beefy? Oh man, I gotta go back and play more. Huh, that's the king. Gorons! I always love the Gorons. There's just something lovable about those roly-poly guys. Okay. So, just the different Gorons. I'm actually just looking at the pictures, to be honest. I haven't really looked at much of the writing. And as always, the battery cut out halfway. But we're back! Is that in focus? There we go. Okay, so the Dito. Man, I'm not even a tiny chunk of this. I should speed up. Maybe I could... Nah, you don't want me to... I could speed... I'm going to stop blabbering. Let's just go through this a bit faster. Okay. Standard woman. Heart. Kan. Teba. Saki. Churi. Kashifu. Okay, and then the background of the people. That's cool. I'm just going to flip through. What I'm really interested in more is the back and the history. Whereas that's the history of the making of the game, or the actual history within the game, which we kind of really want to know more about. So, the Gerudo, middle-aged, young, old, Douche, and her complete inability to wear that helmet. Was her nose that pointy? Again, small details I don't notice. Okay. Kakuchi no Set, so these are the spirits of various areas. Wait, what? I kind of wish that had happened. That wasn't a character, was it? How much stuff did I miss? Ooh, there's our lovely fairy ladies. Good to know the bottom of them isn't legs. Korok. I will never find all those guys. That was just way too many. I didn't actually think... I only found like maybe 70, 80? It took me ages to realize half of the puzzles were relating to them. Alright, so bad guys, so, not bad guys per se. Mamono, so magical beasts. With robes. Lynels, Octoroks. Man, Rhinos were beastie. Like, Lynels were definitely harder than these other guys that were supposed to be more unique, right? Man, I still have trouble with them. Mordorajiku. I think I only fought like maybe 2 of these in the whole game. Okay. Ooh. So this is Mountain Master? Yamanonushi. This is just living creatures. Wait, is that going to cover every single one? Oh, that's actually cool. Man, just respawning camp over and over again, farming for pieces. Okay, no, faster. Horses, because there's so many of them. Wait, I don't remember that armor. I've obviously missed a lot in this game, but there is a lot to miss in the game. And it was a good year for gaming. I'm playing a lot of different things this year. That's cool. Okay, birds, lizards, bugs. And again, background. I don't realize. What kind of background do they have for animals? Alright, weapons. So, that's cool. So the Master Sword has various levels of degradation. So weapons and shields. Oh, that's another thing I love about just all the different weapons. Although when you get near the end, there's so many things and you're like, I'm never going to use that again. Although while it is nice to have a nice collection of strong weapons, it is also satisfying killing someone with a broom. Cool. Did anyone else like not use unique weapons just because you didn't want them to break? And just held on to them the entire game. Wooden stuff. So, enemy weapons, stuff used by the monsters. Guardian based technology. Dekidai title kannen. Oh, okay, this is actually quite nice. So these are weapons that were in the game that are from previous games, I think. Although, most likely all of them are gained through amiibos. Majora's Mask Sword, obviously cool. I really wanted that set. Again, I don't have many amiibos, so I'm rather lacking in that area. Okay, so Skyward Sword. That one is Kaze no Takuto. Wind Waker. Obviously, duh. Sage Sword. Twilight Princess. Golden Bow. Daigoro. Oh, that's the big Goron knife. That's cool. Okay. Clothing. That was, again, one of my favorite things about this. Just the different types of clothing you get. And again, where you have a horrible mismatch of clothing because it gives you your best stats versus actually trying to look good. Again, I didn't really mess with the color changer, which is a bit of a regret. Link in his undies. Okay. So, Rito, Zora, Anti-Fire. That's interesting. Well, these two are actually traditional wear. Well, I guess Gorons are kind of naked. And you would definitely die going there naked. But this one is the only one that isn't of that race. It's clothing made for you so you don't burn up. Hylian hood. Wonderful lady clothes. Climbing gear. Warmth gear. Male Gerudo gear. Gimp suit. Different gimp suit. Barbarian, Knight. Ancient armor. So old Link, that one again I think was amiibo. Then the helmet. Oh, and so that's how it's held up in your face. That's cool. So it's supposed to be rough to the sides of a mask and then goes in the front. The different ones you get from Kilton. Snow boots, sand boots. I think I still only have one of those. Wait. Oh, that was in the DLC. Oh man, I didn't know you could get Tinkle clothes. What? Oh, now I really do have to play the DLC. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Phantom Ganon clothes? DLC 2. Again, I try to avoid spoilers, so I don't really get much online. Huh. Imperial Guard. Wind Waker. I knew about that, though. Lavio no Boshi. Don't actually know what that is. Zant. Okay, so these are amiibo. Alright. Oh, okay, so that other one will be... Yeah, so that's the one you get when you collect all 120 Hokura shrines. Okay. Again, I really wanted that one, but I don't have the amiibo. Sheik mask. Amiibo. Man, that would be so many days of just scanning. And, that's cool. Again, amiibos, but it's cool. So you have a different outfit for each of the beasts. Accessories. Yeah, I know it wasn't the full set, but I kind of preferred the headdresses for these instead of the appropriate clothing. Parasol. The different items dropped by the different beasts. That's cool. Different types of meat. Funny that they go into that much detail. Okay, so the old Sheikah technology. This talks a little bit about what they are. Again, it's more designer's note than it is about detailed information. Ooh. 4 sacred beasts. Okay. And again, just some more details on the inside of it, the layout. I'm surprised that, let's just take the price away, that they only get 1 page each, considering how, pivotal they are for the storyline. Man, this video's gonna be long. Okay, let's try and... Halfway! Alright, let's flip a bit faster. I still have to get ready and pack. Sheikah Tower. It kind of looks like a sword when you look at it like that. So alright, yeah, so they have different shapes, obviously. I remember that climbing them, but just a bit of information there. Cool. The different shrines, just the layout of the monks and their boxes. Hyrule. So this is Central Hyrule. Wait. Yeah, so there you start with the Temple of Time. Old Man's Hut. Okay. Alright, this is the Kodox Village. Just the landscapes, the Hyrule Castle area. Deku Tree in Sakura. Did he blossom at different times of the year? Again, I don't remember. Yep, Deku Trees. Hyrule Castle when it's nice and pretty. Ooh, Hyrule Town. But you're like not wrecked completely. So this is what it looked like 100 years ago. That's cool. Okay. And then as the inclusion of the ancient technology, and then the blight comes along. Got a few notes from the structural art designer, and then stuff in the game. Small design notes, just pointing out little parts that they want you to notice. That's how I came in through the back. Okay. Castle, the bookcase, how it slides out, the design, the symbols. Wait, okay, so there's something written at the top. So there's a number written up the top there. Okay, again, next time. Cool. Eating hall, dining hall, I guess. It's everyone's various rooms. It's quite a lot for the castle. I guess they spent way more time with it than I kind of maybe took it for granted. Other spots. Satoriyama. Mayoi no Mori. So there's kind of like this little side note here for the Lost Woods, which is, again, surprising. Okay. And again, of course. Okay, Patericha. Okay, so now it's just going to go through each area and kind of their layout based on which part of the map it's in. Again, I'm just going to kind of flip through this quickly. But it's more design aspects than history as so much. With just kind of pictures and layout. That's cool. And then other spots in that area of note. Danen Chiho. So obviously where the Zora are. But again, it's lovely to go over the details in this finer areas. And cramp, cramp, cramp. Ow! Okay. Akare Chiho. Top right. It's really going through this, you realize how much more. Hey, building that village was fun. You know, how big the game was and how many different things they had. And rock meat? Huh. Okay, Gorons. Just their houses, kind of items they have. Okay, keep flipping, keep flipping. Hebra. So that's a bit of Rito. I feel like the time spent there was way shorter compared to the other ones. Also, doing that one first made anything else a piece of cake because of Riva Tornado. Okay. Huh. That's where the camera is pointing in the demo. Forgotten Temple. Actually, it's... Doesn't really talk too much about it, which is unfortunate. I wanted a bit more about that. Okay, so the Gerudos, which is a lot of, again, you know, wastelands and forgotten ruins there. Cute stuff. I wonder if they really made those. I would like one. Okay. Just hair. Room, sorry. Desert posts. The statues. The ice. The Ego Fortress. Or base, I guess. Canyon. Other spots of note. Man, there was a lot of different places. Okay, so again, there's information about the different things, but it's more design aspects than anything else. It's kind of trivia, sort of a, hey, this was here, and this was the kind of place it was. Again, I'm going to have to read this properly before I can really figure anything else out. But it doesn't seem to be all that much new information, I'll be honest. Ooh, the Massive Bones. So there were 3 different sets. Again, I never really compared them, so they were all different. And more DLC stuff. So this is... Okay, so this is actually the content of the DLC. So I'm going to go ahead and assume spoilers. I have not played it yet, but we'll have a look. So, DLC Mifa, Dankeru. Ibaren Urboza. The badass bike. Mario Kart, yeah. What? Who is? Again, alright, I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to avoid because I haven't played it yet. Okay, well this wasn't too much of them. Okay, the last chapter, which is the history, which is kind of what I think was what we wanted to see the most. Content's broken down is... So it's the history we can see from the map and the layout. The history of Hyrule. What happened over the years. 10,000 years ago, legend. Approximately 100 years ago, when Ganon came. The actual arrival and destruction. The current time period and the revival of the hero. And mysterious ruins over history. And Hyrule, God's secret? Alright, I promise I gotta brush up on my game, Japanese. Okay, so straight off the bat here we have the full map. So what can we see from, what can we tell from the history from the map? Okay, which is something I want to spend a bit more time on. But like we just here, we've got the village of the Sheikah, 10,000 years ago, set up by the king who made a secret village. Or let's just pick another random one that has kanji that looks like I can read. Uotori village in the south. It's a fishing village. Saigon, Higo, and it'll manage to avoid the disasters just because of its location. Okay. Alright, so there's only one page for the map. So the history of Hyrule. This is interesting. Haruka Mukashi, which is just a long time ago. in the time of gods, the Hyrule royal family. So through the royal family, the creation of the country of Hyrule is like doing well. And then the Gerudo King Ganondorf, the magical beast Ganon, transformed into him and attacked Hyrule. The royal family and the hero were able to seal him away. And then he comes back a bunch of times and they seal him every time. Okay, and that's the Age of Gods. And we've got the next time period, which is another kanji I can't read, I'll get back to you. But before 10,000 years ago, the Seeker village and its technology advance. Okay. 10,000 years ago, the Sheikah make the guardian beasts and the family and princess who have the power of sealing, and the hero chosen by the sword of sealing, Master Sword, again seal Ganon. The Hyrule King just asks the Sheikas to Gijitsu no, so basically make technology, I guess, and requests them to bury the 4 guardian beasts around the land. And then the Eagers are made as a fighting force version of the Sheikah. And then peace reigns for a really long time. Okay, this one just seems like what we know, so I'm not going to bother with that too much. But a little bit more than 100 years ago, Zelda's born. She gets the name Zelda. Someone prophesies that Ganon will return. They start digging up the beast. Zelda's princess is 6. Starts her prayers. Link pulls out the Master Sword, etc., etc. So let's continue with that bit. 100 years ago, on the day of disaster, so a 17-year-old, Princess Zelda coming up on her 17th birthday, is praying on, or is doing her prayers on Hyrule Mountain. Ganon revives. Cool. This is just she holds down the power. So sealing them. Just kind of what happened before the game starts. I love how they have a note here about the horse network and how that kind of goes out and gives people places to stay. And then, Zelda's seal is weakening, Link revives. Okay, so it's kind of a light history. Oh, this is more interesting. So it's the history based on each of the villages. So what happened with Hyrule, on the same timeline that we just saw. What happened with the Sheikah, what happened with the Zora. The Gorons have no information, the Rito have basically nothing. And then the Gerudo. And again, that continues on till the current day. The history of the Korok. The history of the bonds between the people of Hyrule and the Zora. Okay, so this is the legend, which again is relayed to you throughout the story of 10,000 years ago and the 4 beasts. Alright, so this is the separation of the Sheikah and the Iga and how they came apart to be separate from each other. Some tips. What the Iga are, where they are, and what they do now. The ancient Sheikahs, so this is, I doubt it's all 120 of them, but there's all the different monks that you get your powers from. Okay. Ooh. So, how the world was 100 years ago. It talks about Hyrule City. Them digging up the different artifacts. Why tips? Okay, so it talks about the person who prophesied about it. The Sheikah. The ruins. Ancient technology. Seeker Stone. The chosen heroes. Link chosen of the Master Sword, the Zora hero, Goron, Gerudo, Rito, their mission, Zelda's training and what her mission was, her research, relationship with her father. So what they do is one who has the blood of the god, I guess? Megami? Woman god? My English sucks. Day of disaster when everything went to crap. Resurrected Ganon. What they did, so... Okay, so what is this? So this is where they were when it happened. And where they came and traveled to the castle. How and where the beasts ended up in their current locations. How they lost. Okay. This is the way that Zelda ran a... Wait, Zelda's yellow. And the way Link travelled. Hyrule, Shido, and the remains of Hyrule and where they ran away to and why they're over there. Okay. So the troops out to take care of the Guardians, I think? It's just about the fight, isn't it? So this is the massive fight at Hateno and the castle that blocks it off and why there's so many ruins of the Guardians out there. Yeah, this definitely is what I wanted. So it is definitely the smallest part of the book, but there is a lot of information and quite a nice bit of detail. So the awakening of Zelda and Link going to sleep. What's happening now. So his resurrection, kind of the state of the world and where it is now. Okay, so I think this is a small comparison on what we just saw as the very much alive and well Hyrule. So this is an analysis of the population and where people were previous to the disaster and now. So as you can see, it's definitely a lot less. Facilities that have been broken and ruined over the years. Okay, so again, various ruins you see, and a lot of people have done videos of that online. Hyrule. I don't know, but again, I have to compare names of stuff in Japanese and English to really get it completely. But there's the area that's kind of assumed to be Lon Lon Ranch, I think. Different temples. So this was Tabanta village remains? I don't know where that is. I mean, I know where it is in Breath of the Wild, I don't know if it is relevant in any other games. Okay, and then places that people ran to and where they currently live. It kind of shows the way they escaped and got to those areas. So again, just the different races and what they're doing now after the disaster. So, yeah, just the different races. This is just little things you can say in Gerudo, with Voi being male, Vi being woman, Vi being child, Vaba, older woman, Vado is bird? Or is that horse? No, it's bird, it's bird. Okay, the awakening of Link, his Secret Stone abilities, different markings, explanations of ancient technology. Okay, so this is interesting. So we've got different things listed here. Secret Stone, 4 beasts, Guardians, what they're originally supposed to be there for, what they were like 100 years ago, and what's currently happening with them now. So obviously, let's just pick one right now. Guardians were made ages ago to fight against Ganon, and several of them were dug up, moved out. However, they were taken over by Ganon, and because they were taken over by Ganon, they now just are used as enemies. Well, they are enemies. Okay, so beasts that travel together. The red moon, the blood moon, the white, silver beasts. Okay, and again, Hyrule Castle, like we didn't have enough of that already. It's a more detailed map, but in its current state. So dealing with Ganon, the final showdown, and so Hyrule heading towards rebuilding. Okay. Nendai Fume Iseki. So these are different ruins around the map that we don't actually know when they're from. A little bit of information out of them. Okay. Key person interview. Been playing from 6 to 74. Fuji Bayashi? Don't know. Okay. It's an interview with... I should really figure out who this person is. I'm assuming the person who made the game. Alright, director? Okay. So he's been working on the Zelda series for a very long time. Okay, different people in here as well. So, Satoru Takizawa, Takumi Nada, Wada? I think that's the guy who did the drawings. So yeah, just interviews in the back. And that's the end of the book, it seems. Yep. And at the back we have... Huh. Hey, wait, what? I'm not going to show you this. I think this is a download code for stuff. Eitachi no Utsutsu. Huh. So limited edition DLC content. Okay, it tells me not to open this until I have finished the DLC content. So I'm going to leave that for then, and we can have a look at that at a later date. That was a horribly, horribly long video. Again, I didn't really know what I was talking about, so feel free to ignore any crap I said. But hopefully that gave you a good look at what's in the book. If there's anything you want to know more specifically, I can try and translate it, I guess. That is my job. Thank you for watching. I am going to be out of the country for a bit. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year.